There's a good boy. Sometimes you get this lack of confidence, and you also get the spookiness, but with him you haven't, at least you haven't got the spookiness. Now the reason I'm letting him stand is because he doesn't like standing. He might think that I'm going to let him turn, but I'm not. So when he starts to wiggle around, we'll go forward again. So in a minute I'll really start riding him as I'm talking, but for the moment I just want to show, you know, he's all over the place. There's no straight lines, the head and neck's going in all directions, it's not straight, his body's not straight with his head. I mean, it's just like riding a baby. Yeah, he is a baby. So he's got his head permanently turned to the right, and in a minute he'll be turned to the left, and a minute he's going over there to the left, and a minute he'll swing out to the right. And I mean, when a car comes, you just can't even ride. And now he's going, look, like that, look, like that, there. So he's saying, oh, I'll try and go that way. You see, so yeah, I am riding him, but I'm not really riding him, kind of thing. And we've got stuck in the road. Here comes Michael with the shavings. Well, he doesn't mind traffic, so that's something. Get him up. Get him up, move him out. Right. Okay, so let's have a little trot and see if we can just sort of get a little bit of positivity going here. So I'm using my legs, I'm squeezing for all my might. Oh. You see, that the thing is, even a couple of rides I start balancing the trot and it starts getting a lot better. Really, I'm just going to let him weave around if that's what he wants to do, just to sort of purposes of demonstration. So this is what I mean, you've got this horse that it's not spooky, seems to want to go, you know, and on a level lots of people would say there's nothing wrong with this horse, he's fine, you know, but for the average rider, he just like, you'd be trotting along on him and he feels like you're not with him. I think that his owner would agree that she's doing one sort of trot and he's doing another. I mean, he's not trotting with, he's so out of balance, he's not unsure-footed, but he's so out of balance that he's doing it, and then he stops dead, see? Then you think, oh, you know why that is, because he wants to go up there, because that's home. Right, we're not going up there. He's, as I say, he's very much a homing pigeon, and because he's so good-natured, you know, he does these little things, but then he says, oh yes, I'll go on again. So I mean, he really is good-natured, but it's a bit of a challenge for him to come down here in anything resembling a straight line and thinking forward. We do need to go. We do need to go on. We do need to go on. So, as I say, in a minute I'll start to write him more positively, but the thing is that it won't take him long to realise that he's on his way home in a circular way, and then I'll have, instead of having trouble getting him to go, I'll have trouble getting him to keep steady, because he'll start getting a really marchy walk, and the trot will be fast and furious, and all that is total worry. It is worry, and you wouldn't think, you know, there's this lovely hairy, well, not so much hairy, but you know, sort of gypsy traditional cob that, you know, that will be so quiet and lovely, and at the moment has just got like difficulties, you know, but he is going to be super once he learns to be with me. Now, can you see how marchy this walk is getting? Oh, it's slowing down again now, so there's, you know, there's no rhythm to it. It's one thing 1 minute and another thing the next. Right, and then have a little trot to rot. And you can't just stop dead, you have to keep trotting. You have to keep trotting. Boy. I mean, I'm not really riding him, you know, I am riding him, but I'm not really riding him, and even this is my second ride, his trotting is better than it was yesterday, but as soon as we turn the corner, here he goes. All he's doing is he's saying, come on, let's go home, let's go home, let's go home, as fast as we can, super fast, legs going everywhere, banging them down on the tarmac. Really hard to ride this horse in the sense of going with them. So can that be changed? Yes, absolutely. I'm not doing it today because today you're just showing what we're up against. There, good boy. And whoa. Well, he's actually standing better today than he did yesterday. He wouldn't stand for a moment. Right. Oh, okay, we'll get going. It doesn't matter. Okay, and trotting on. Here he goes. Can you hear the trot? So fast. Head up. Right. As I say, it's running away trot. Absolutely running away. Well, I feel like I'm going at 30 miles an hour. I know I'm not, but it is so fast. I mean, how is it that nobody settled his trot, you wonder? You know, how did nobody put him into balance and a rhythm? You know, this is with me on board. If he was a novice, we'd be even faster. Yeah, I think that's shown quite convincingly, or definitely. And so now I have no problem getting him going because he'll be in his mind on homeward, on the line for home, and yeah, he'll be all business. Hello. So there'll be no problem getting him now. In fact, every time he feels a sniff of a leg, he'll try and jog. I won't even try and stop him here. Right, so I'm putting my leg on him now. And he's trying because he really wants to trot. He really does want to trot. He does want to, it says, let's go home as quick as possible. So this is what you got when you got a really anxious horse. You know, now he appears very forward going. Very forward. Whereas before he didn't even want to go at all. And as soon as we turn this corner, because he thinks, oh yeah, home, let's go. So now I'm going to work on having the trot more to my liking. So I'm going to lean forward, I'm going to shorten up my reins, and I'm not pulling on the reins, look, but I'm using my body to put him into more of a balance and a rhythm. So he learns that, you know, it's not all about rushing. And he says, I can't trot like that. Well, I've got to go flat out or not at all. So now I'm slowing it down. Yeah, I have got contact, but I'm not pulling on his mouth. You never stop a horse by pulling on the mouth. It only makes them stronger. Another poo. An anxious plop. Right, now we're going to have another little trot. So I'm using my body now to keep the trot going. So I'm starting to ride him now, really ride him, and I'm saying you will keep trotting, but you see, whereas before he wanted to trot at 100 miles an hour, today, because even without trying, I've settled him down, I'm saying to him, we don't trot at 100 miles an hour. We just don't. So then eventually, it's not overnight or even within a few weeks, he'll trot like this all the time for whoever rides him within reason. Certainly will trot like this for his owner. At the moment, I'm having to do all the work. Now what I'll say to him is, we'll keep the trot going. He says, oh, I can't possibly do that. Possibly. The steering is a bit sort of... The steering is... Oh. Well, there isn't much steering really, what can we say, at the moment. Sorry, haven't got much steering at the moment. Now he's coming round like this. I'm going to bring him round here. This starts to get him to think. And when he wants to rush off sideways like this, we'll come around here like this. Good boy. Because you've got to have the principles of turning. And it's not me pulling on his mouth when his head goes up in the air. I'm just asking for a left bend with one rein, and he's putting his head up, and he's falling all over the curbs. It's where his feet are. It feels massively awkward. And this time he's coming round, look, on his own this time. All on his own. Good boy. So he's a quick learner. Very good. I actually love riding him. There. Now he's saying, well, do you want me to stand? Because I can do that. If only for a second.